Alright, so we've got over 1,000 different types of Pokemon and 18 Pokemon types, which means we definitely should have every single possible type combination known to mankind, right? Wrong. The year is 2024 and our big bro Gamefreak refuses to give us these 9 type combinations. And well, that just won't do. So today we're going to be looking at many of the already existing Pokemon because, well, there's over 1,000 of them and fixing their Pokemon types to incorporate these much neglected type combos. And with that, let's start with the 4 normal type combos we still don't have. Normal Ice, Normal Bug, Normal Steel, and Normal Rock. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Normal types sound kinda boring, am I right? But come on now, you must be new here because nothing we do on this channel is boring. Maybe borderline chaotic and ridiculous, but boring? Please. Starting off with the normal ice type combo, we've got a couple cool options. Right off the bat, we've got Gen 1 Steel and Dugong, who are pretty much normal looking sea lions, but they already have a water type. So would getting rid of their water typing make the most sense? I don't think so. Then I remembered they aren't the only Pokemon based on sea lions. We also got the Spheal line, which is ice and water type. You know, the complete reverse of Dugong. And I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty boring in my book. So surely making it a normal ice type would be a huge upgrade, am I right? Wrong again, because if we do that, it'll get a ×4 weakness to fighting type Pokemon, and ice types already kind of have it hard. So for this type combo, we really need to give it to a Pokemon that we can all collectively agree deserves this ×4 weakness, and that's when it hit me. Hello to the Vanillux line. The literal ice cream Pokemon. Like, why is there a Pokemon based on ice cream? Can you eat it? No. Well, surely you can karate chop it. I mean, let's be honest. The guys over at Gamefreak were literally having a snack break and thought, oh, it'd be cool if we added some googly eyes on this ice cream. And voila, a brand new Pokemon was born. So if we're all in agreement, this is now a normal ice type. Okay, moving on to the normal bug type. And this one was pretty easy for me. And that's gotta be Pinsir. Now, the logic behind this is pretty sound in my book, but my book is a picture book, and in order to make it make sense, we got to take a look at its mega evolution, Mega Pinsir, and that's where Pinsir gains the new flying type. And up until recently, most normal type Pokemon combos were also part flying, so I thought, wouldn't it be neat if we paid an homage to that theme, in a sense, making Pinsir the bug normal type that can mega evolve into Pinsir the bug flying type. Now, it's not perfect by any means, and we aren't trying to get perfect here. All we're trying to do is tap into the whole what if regions of our brain. And if even a fraction of you are starting to pick up what I'm putting down, well then, that's a success in my picture book. But if not, well, we've got Dunsparce. So let's make him bug normal type and call it a day. Okay, awesome. Moving on. That's 2 normal type combos down and 2 more to go, with the next one being normal steel type. And man, oh man, was this a tough one. There's only 4 lines that are pure steel type, and every other steel type Pokemon line is pretty spot on with their combinations, if I do say so myself. So for this one, let's just take Cufant and Copperajah and make them a normal steel type, because they're pretty much a basic looking elephant. Yeah, I know, this also gives them a huge ×4 weakness to fighting types, but someone had to take one for the team, and Copperajah is known for being a team player. Leaving us with our final normal type combo, normal rock type, and this one is so funny to me, because 1, it also gets a ×4 weakness to fighting types. I mean, what the heck is going on? Fighting type Pokemon are eating so well in this video. And number 2, the first Pokemon that comes to mind is Geodude. It's a literal rock that never skips Arm Day. But if you guys can't get behind that one, well then how about we just turn the Lycanroc line into a normal rock type line, but diverging a bit with its midnight form, making it dark rock type instead. Now that's not a new type combination, but I feel like if we're going that route, then we gotta hook up the midnight form. If by hooking it up you mean also giving it a ×4 weakness to fighting, yes. Now it's time for the Fire Fairy type combo, and this one is probably one of my favorite on today's video, and that's Blacephalon, the Fireworks Pokemon. Now, as it stands, it's a Fire Ghost type, but come on, Fire Fairy works so much better. We can swap out the Ghost type moves for moves like Strange Steam, or even Misty Explosion. It just makes way too much sense. Now, I know most of you might be saying, well, Delphox is a prime candidate for Fire Fairy type, but I honestly honestly think the psychic typing fits it quite nicely. And if we're just trying to make the fairy fire type combo work, then Blacephalon is the obvious choice. But what do you guys think? Now let's move on to the next type combo, and that's ice poison, which I initially thought was a mistake because, well, hello, Hisuian Sneasel anyone, but it turns out that's actually a fighting poison type? Like, what the heck? How does that make any sense? This whole time I thought it was ice poison. So in order to please my primitive brain and take the easy route on this one, we're just gonna turn Sneasel and Sneasler into an ice poison type. And if you got a problem with it, well then take it up with these guys. Next up is the ground fairy type, and this one was a hard one. I was looking through the entire list of ground type Pokemon, and nothing even remotely gave off fairy type vibes. I mean, maybe Phanpy or Cubane, but that's just lazy. So instead, I took a look at the fairy list, and what do you know, we have ourselves a winner, the Snubbull and Gramble line, making them now fairy ground types. And before you chew me out on this one, this actually totally makes a ton of sense. I mean, they both learn a ton of ground type moves like Dig, Bulldoze, and even Earthquake. So I'm glad we're all able to find a logical answer for this one. Now moving on to the Bug Dragon type, and I already know what most of you guys want. You want this guy. Become a bug dragon, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't see it. Oh my god, shocker. Instead, how about we take the Dunsparce we turned into a normal bug type earlier and now make it a dragon bug type with its Paldean evolution. I mean, you guys really wanted it at the start of Scarlet and Violet, so let's keep the same energy, fam. But that pretty much brings us to the final type combination, and that's the Rock and Ghost type, which is the most easiest type combination to give out of all of them. I mean, you got Sableye, Galarian Corsola, Yadmask, Ophiogrigus, Golett, and Golurk, who are literally made out of rocks, Spiritomb, Runerigus, Greavard, and Houndstone. It literally has stone in the name. Yeah, I know. And with that, thanks for coming to my TED Talk on What the Heck, Gamefreak. But if you enjoyed this video, then check out this one where I fix every single monotype starter Pokemon that Gamefreak also neglected. Thanks for watching. Check out this video next and see you soon. Bye.